This week we turn 5 beers into 5 movie ideas. And you should make your vote count for Wizardry, because I want to make a movie about Harry Potter if it were written by 2 drunk guys in a shed.
What happens when the robber who robs robbers maybe gets robbed of his freedom himself? Join me in voting for Double Jack to find out.
Hey Harrison, you know that moment when you're scrolling through Netflix and you see a title and you're like, this is going to absolutely be the worst movie ever, but then you still feel compelled to click?
The algorithm trap. It's a sophisticated form of psychological torture.
Yes, it actually is. And that's because modern movies are less about story and more about delivering guaranteed emotional dopamine hits, even if those hits are slightly or very polluted.
Like realizing the main character in a sci-fi film has inexplicably started wearing a fanny pack.
Yeah, or the moment the movie switches genres in the third act, like you're watching a gritty western and suddenly, poof, it's a musical about non-dimensional farm animals.
That is peak commitment to absurdity.
But the real peak is the moment the main character stops being a hero and starts being a walking, talking, extremely competent vibe. He just exists, and the vibe is usually tired but capable of destroying a small nation.
He's basically our collective emotional state, but with better armor.
Nailed it. So we figured out how that high drama is just well-marketed relatability with a good thumbnail. And since our brain is already exhausted from processing such masterful mediocrity, we need to grab a beer.
Because we are about to dive into Fast 543 and remind your brain what real entertainment is. Or at least what 2 guys in a shed 3 beers deep think real entertainment is. Here we go.
So last week, we ripped down the doors and barged into an Italian deli and made a sequel to my favorite Beer Me That Movie film.
That's right. We got to enjoy the perils that was all this from a slice of Gabagool. And it was a good one. I had fun, as I always do, John, but I felt like there was a lot at stake with the sequel from The Hustle is Weird in our crosshairs. And how did we do?
I think there's a phrase, catching lightning in a bottle.
Yes.
And I think I understand now why when people are like, oh, the sequel just wasn't like, what happened when we made The Hustle is Real is we caught lightning in a bottle. I don't even really remember how.
No.
Like the Italian deli happened and we just poured into it.
Yes.
Harrison was killing it with his Italian accents.
Oh, something.
And the movie just happened. And then knowing like, okay, we have to redo that.
I know.
It's like as soon as you get that mission, you're just like, well, I'm going to do the best I can.
That's right.
And I think we did an honorable job. We remembered people's names.
We did.
That was way harder than I thought.
Really hard for us in this and real life. Yeah, it's not your fault. It's not you. If I meet you and don't know your name, it's because I'm trying to remember my name while you're saying your name. And I'm trying to think of a funny joke that at least I'll find funny. And I'm not listening to anything you're saying. So if you meet me, just stand there for about 30 seconds before you say anything so I can do my thing in my head. But that's not about me tonight. It's about all this from a slice of Gabagool. So yeah, you're right. The pressure of a sequel is kind of ridiculous. We did one with Muffin, and then They Don't Call Me Muffin for Nothing, which was a lot of fun. And with that one, we kind of went bigger, I guess you could say. She was in space. There was a secret agent aspect to it. We kind of sent her on a bigger mission. I think the world was at stake as opposed to just the town in the first one. I think for this one, we consciously didn't go bigger. We went back to Mentor, Ohio, and it just kind of went wider. Really what we did, if you were paying attention, is we kind of borrowed from Harry Potter and the Horcruxes that Voldemort laid out, split his soul into to make him kind of invincible.
A lot of crux tours in that movie.
That's right. We said, that's a good idea that an evil person would totally think of. Let's hide my soul in things so that I can't just be killed by one strike. You have to find me hidden about. And those things were pretty hilarious. I think well chosen that we put pre-minced garlic on the chopping block.
On blast, where it deserves to be.
So that was fun.
Send me your hate comments. I don't care, internet.
I hope there are too many people going, pre-minced garlic is great.
How dare you tell me pre-minced garlic is... Eat it. Eat it and tell me you really enjoy that.
Right, don't go, I know. It saves you some time, 30 seconds? I mean, what are you really getting out of this?
For every video I'm sent of a person eating a spoonful of minced garlic, I will eat a clove raw on the next episode.
Ooh, that sounds fun. And no smelly for me, but I'll do it too.
Sorry, Harrison.
But back to having the sequel, it's always tough. I think we, instead of going bigger, we kind of went deeper into the world of Mentor, Ohio. I think we hopefully gave people who liked Hustle's weird answers about Josh and about Polly and saw where their life was going, and it was going in a good direction. We could have easily just thrown them back in the dumps, but that felt kind of like we've already been there. Let's take them in different parts of their lives and throw different problems at them. So that was fun. But we bounced. I don't even remember really if we had much of an idea in the Fast Five for the sequel.
I think it was it's going to be a
sequel to his Hustle is Weird. If you want it, vote for it, and you guys did, which we were super happy about.
We did leave a couple, like Grandma, I don't think was mentioned at all.
In the van,
being a toy in the back of Polly's van. So we did sneak her in there.
As Polly snuck her in the back of his van. Yeah.
There was, I swear to God, in the end of The Hustle is Weird, there was like a glowing jar of pepperoncini that we put in as like a breadcrumb for a pasta.
Okay.
And I think that was part of it, but I don't remember it enough, and we didn't work it. And I'm not going to bash pepperoncini; they're good. I will bash minced garlic, so I don't regret that. I just remember there was a couple things we probably could have worked in, but we didn't have to.
Exactly.
It was a sequel, not the same movie. I like your point, Harrison, about like we didn't make the same movie just in a bigger city. I feel like that's what Hollywood would have done. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Now it's in California.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Now we're staying in Mentor.
Yeah, we're staying in Mentor. We don't need to go to New York City for the second one and have them take over the Manhattan or whatever.
Although I did love it in your ending where it was like, okay, now it would be big.
We're in the big city.
It's probably not going to be a trilogy.
Who knows? You never know here. At any moment, we could stumble up across.
Could happen tonight.
It's hard to think of many beers that have Gabagool in the name of it, so we really couldn't ignore it for this one. But yes, it is. You're sometimes for sequels, the mission is not what do we put in, but what do we not put in. Like, you got to kind of stick to a story and not have it be a thing where it's like, let's do a callback here. Like, we could have had all his gig worker friends show up and save the day. Didn't do that. We could have made his PF flyers that was kind of a punchline in the first one be like magical and save the day. In this one, we didn't do that. So we kind of let it be its own thing without so many callbacks that if someone had never seen or listened to The Hustle's Weird, they'd be like, what the hell is this? Why are the PF flyers making him fly? Why are all these people who work for Uber trying to save the day? I don't understand. So it had to stand alone. I think it did. Did we say Gabagool enough, though? Maybe. We said Definitely it a bunch.
Not. We did say it a lot, but
but we're not enough Gabagools. The Gabagool.
I think it was more fun the first time around.
Oh my God.
Didn't know it was. Well, Gabagool wasn't part of the title of the film either.
True. Very true.
But I think we did. You did great with your Italian accent.
I tried sometimes as well as I could. I think I did. You're right, John. Okay, I'll take that.
You got better.
I think I got better. And I also think, speaking of this being its own movie, the title is All This from a Slice of Gabagool, and the Godfather Gabagool was a very important piece of this movie. This ancient meat that I smoked, that's usually just cured and hung, but we smoked it in this one also, is the passion poured into a chunk of meat that humans needed to rid themselves of these demons. So it really, I think, lined up very well with the name of the beer too. We made kind of Gabagool almost the star
of
this movie. idea, which worked.
Importantly, you can call it gabagool, you can call it capicola. They both mean the same thing.
I did.
What's important is that you say it with confidence.
Yes.
And you don't say like gabagool.
Right.
Like, don't do it that way.
That.
Just say
Own
it. Just say it how it's spelled. Say capicola. Gabagool. They'll probably know what you mean, and no one's going to be mad at you for not being Giada De Laurentiis.
Right.
I'll have a white bread sandwich with lettuce, provolone, and some gabagool.
Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Own the gabagool. Yeah. As I will, at least here. We'll see about in public. But not a ton of grandma mentions. That's okay. I mean, I liked where the story went. It was certainly a classic Bury That movie. We're always fighting demons or monsters or something, and we did it again. Here, there were some good moments about the Polly's back of the van. And
yeah, it was fun.
I don't remember a bunch of silly things that in Italian accents that were said. Some references and things that I'm sure.
Put your fingers in the demon's mouth so it can't poof away. That was a lot of fun. You can try that anytime you're in making love. That works too.
Right, that's right. That's the way we keep them around. Keep them guessing. If you want to add some surprise in the bedroom, no one will tell you that first.
Try it. Try it
Stick
tonight.
a finger where? Their mouth.
Do one or two.
That's right.
Give you something to talk about later.
Certainly.
That's for sure. I like that it was also like, I think if you peel back the onion layer, it was a message about like, try not to live your life just purely out of convenience, which is very easy to do in today's day and age. And it's expensive to afford not convenience. But like, one minced garlic is poison. I really mean that, but like we do it all the time, and I'm not faulting you for taking the easy route, but every once in a while, like buy a whole piece of chicken and a real potato and cook the chicken in a pan and mash the potato up yourself instead of doing the instants. Like not every night, but once in a while, and like treat yourself. It tastes good.
It does.
It's enjoyable.
Good. It's a fun experience. But you're right. I liked that. That was a fun theme of that movie too. That like the whole back and forth was the world, the funness, the joy of the world. These demons weren't just after people's souls. So again, it was a different thing from the first movie. It was now like, oh, taking their souls is one thing. Let's just turn their life into hell on earth. Let's take all the fun and the joy out of it. And that is, you make a great point, John, that we kind of do live in the age of convenience. The pre-minced garlic was that embodied in one thing, but everyone has their own pre-minced garlic. You check yourself, make sure those things your life isn't all pre-minced garlic. You should be getting dirty in the dirt, doing a few things every now and then just so you feel alive. Otherwise, the demons have you right where they want you.
Exactly.
So another cautionary tale from the minds of John and Harrison in the shed.
It turns out peeling the garlic really isn't all that bad.
No,
sometimes.
Yeah, it's not. And speaking of things that aren't all bad, we have some beer to drink, John. Let's get right to it.
Let's see what the boys are going to quote. Science this week.
All right, so this week's beer of the week is fitting style-wise for last week's show, but let's talk about it. So this beer is called Bright, and it is from Burial Beer Company.
That explains a pretty can.
That's right, out in lovely Asheville, North Carolina. So this is an Italian-style Pilsner.
Nice.
5.5% ABV, 30 IBUs, and as expected,
what does Burial say about this
Burial's
beer?
brief breakdown. For them, this is pretty brief. There's a short story, and then there's the information you actually want. But we'll respect Burial, and I'll give it all a quick once over. Respect the day, honor the night, these journeys through mortality, the facing of immense questions of our finite ends, and yet there shall always remain one reaffirming truth. After the darkness comes the bright light. And they say, a take on crisp, herbaceous, and uber refreshing Italian style Pilsner. A blend of Pilsner malts creating the base, while a collection of German hops provide the bright aromatics, the floral flavor components. After a slow step-down crash, we dry hopped with Hellertau Blanc, Hugh Melon, and Grungeist. Grungeist. I barely know her. Nope, doesn't work there. The beer that lagers for many moods before delivering this burst of dry, oh boy, Fettuccino wine, strawberry soda, and citrus baked pastry. Another Italian thing Harris doesn't know anything about.
Verdicchio.
There you go. I knew John would know. But anyway.
So there's nothing Italian in here other than the description at the very end, right? German hops.
That's right. German hops and probably grain grown in Canada. Yep. But it's delicious. I haven't had it in a bit. So let's dive in and get the flavor flying. John's already beat me to it. All right. It's got the John son of a bitch stamp of approval. You son of a bitch. Tell me about it, John.
They did cool stuff here. Light and clean and crisp like a lager. I think Pilsner's that sort of cousin of both. I don't fully understand where it lives, but
you're right.
Hoppy. Hot, like when you drink it, it's like, oh shit, this could be a real beer. It's not a bowling alley beer.
That's right.
And the what did they say? Strawberry soda.
Yeah, I get strawberry
Verdicchio
soda
wine.
right
Who
away.
the hell? Like the only person drinking Verdicchio wine is Carmine Agrodolce. But like,
true.
You get some fruit, herby, and then like the malt comes through it. This is good. This is flavor. This is exactly what would quell the demons in Mentor, Ohio.
That's right. Keep some bright around to keep the darkness at bay, as Burial would probably say. Well said, John. I don't have much to add other than the first time I had this beer, I took like an hour and a half with it. And usually Pilsners are like, I'm ready for the next. They're a great bowling beer. They're a great beer to just kind of chug. But the first sip, just like tonight, I was like, oh, this is an adventure.
It's strawberry soda. It's not strawberry soda, but if you look for it, it's like, damn, that's exactly what it is.
Hot dog. There it is. Smacking you right in the lips. So that's always good to be smacked by a strawberry soda, especially
full
in
of
the
Grungeist.
face. Full of Grungeist. Grungeist. More like bank heist. All right, there we go. My bank is my brain. The beer is working, folks. But as always, this is not the beer we're going to make a movie about tonight. It's what fuels us as we find those silly movies in Untappd, which we're going to do next. But first, all right, pause button. Before we dive back into the glorious chaos of cultural analysis, and before you start judging our snack choices, a critical reminder. We are free of forced sponsorship.
That's right. We are financially sustained purely by listener goodwill. The glorious aroma of a stale beer and the realization that we could probably just wing this entire show.
So, if you're listening, please recognize the sheer financial burden this is placing on us. Tell a friend, follow us on the socials, hit up bearmethatmovie.com, and most importantly, take 3 seconds to vote for the beer this week that deserves to be canonized.
We will need your help validating our cultural theories.
Yeah, because apparently we require external validation.
Okay, good. Now, let's talk about childhood tragedy. Delivered in the currency of chaotic ambition. Harrison, I want to talk about the POG.
Ooh, the circular geometry of pure conflict.
Nailed it. The POG was not a play toy. It was a geopolitical tool. It was highly stylized, easily transportable vector for creating rivalry. We aren't talking about discs. We're talking about microeconomic power struggles. I'd spend my whole allowance on the rare, most coveted slab, like the one with Michael Jordan's face, or the mythical dinosaur. And then you'd watch some kid across the sandbox launch it into a desperate high-stakes battle.
It was literally slapping the wealth disparity into the sun.
It was. And the ultimate fear wasn't really losing the battle. It was losing the POG. Losing a POG today was like losing a mortgage. Like, it represented the loss of your accumulated status, the forfeit of a tiny slice of symbolic localized prosperity. The entire backyard became like a volatile stock exchange, and you were constantly gambling your Saturday afternoon on whether or not that rare chrome shark was going to pay off in the grand scheme of your life.
To Pogs, and to all the losers that tried to take my Pogs, you didn't end up creating 43 movies in a shed with a constantly angry Italian co-host. And you also don't own a 2007 Ford Coupe to Cadillac convertible van. This thing only knows how to drive fast and head first into our next Fast Five. Beep, beep, brr.
Crack it open, take a sip, and let's see where this beer takes us.
Tonight's first beer is checked in by Mark D, and it's made by The Veil.
Ooh.
If you've ever been to Richmond and waited in line there, great.
Good for you.
It's a Pilsner, though, so if you wait in line for this one, you've been there before.
Right, yeah, right.
And this one's called The Cave. Or no, sorry. Yeah, you're right, Harrison. It's just called Cave.
Very declarative. Good band name. Cave. My name's Cave.
Cave would be a cool first name.
Cool nickname.
Like if your girlfriend or wife was like, oh yeah, my coworker invited me out for hot dogs. His name's Cave. I'd be like, you're not going.
You're not going. Does he have a club?
Absolutely not going with that guy.
You wearing a Jaguar pelt? I don't think you need to stop hanging out with him. Sick name, though. You're right. Okay.
So a couple ideas, right? Your scary cave movie, sure. One that I'm kind of drawn to is like,
all right.
It starts with a family, and they're pretty atypical. And shortly after the movie starts, we realize, like, for generations, they've been living underground in a cave, and they don't have any interaction with other humans.
Okay.
So we have to then figure out how to get around incest, but also why are they living in the cave? What happens when eventually they have to come out of the cave? Or are they the only ones that survive the moon going into the ocean and drowning the earth?
That's right.
Like, that idea sounded like it could have some fun. What do you got, Harrison?
Okay, let's take that. I had kind of a different idea, but I think I can make it work with where you've started us, where family in the cave. We don't know how long they've been in there, so maybe we don't even need to deal with incest. Seems like a while, though. They're wearing, dirty clothes, maybe not even really clothes, burlap sacks, mud, cave people. And, of course, the youngest, the daughter, is the curious one, keeps climbing towards the mouth of the cave, told not to do it, yada, yada. Of course, one day she steps out and either encounters a young girl, or I think I like this better, sees there's like a doll made out of like sticks and stuff on a stump in the middle of the clearing outside the cave. And she runs, grabs it, excited. She has a doll, she has a toy, holy crap. And runs back to the cave, plays with it. Father sees it. Where'd you get this? You went outside the cave, destroys it. That whole thing. We've seen this. This is how every Disney movie starts, but with slightly different things. But it's a who's it and a what's it from Ariel's cool thing that she collects from things above the world. It's basically that. It's basically just Ariel, but no singing, and she's a dirty
it's a cave instead of the ocean.
Right. So, but I want this stump to have trinkets or ever enticing things for this girl to go out and get. And what it is like a trap being set by a witch, of course, who wants this girl for something. That's all I have, John. What happens then, I don't know. I mean, she captures the girl. The family has to try to leave the cave. And maybe we learn it's not a destroyed world. It's not the horrible world they thought it was, like the apocalypse or the whatever didn't really happen. So now there's that push and pull of the dad wants everyone to return to the cave as soon as they get their daughter back. But the wife and the other kids see that the world is maybe livable up above, and
how about
something like that.
I like the stump, the witch. I'm here.
Yes.
And then you can't go. No one can go into this cave unless you're like literally invited. Like my hand around your shoulder, and I walk into the cave with you. And then we start to see that like this family's been living in this cave for a long time, but they haven't aged.
Bingo.
In
Here we go.
hundreds of years.
Here we go.
The daughter has been a daughter in scratch drawings.
Yes.
Like it's all. Anyways, the witch.
Yes.
Could just be a regular person,
Yes.
but the witch wants to get into the cave.
100%.
She wants this like
100%.
font of eternal life, and then she wants to distribute it or something like that. But so she's trying to lure the girl with
Right.
trinkets, and the goal is to eventually get brought into the cave.
And maybe it's a whole Uno reverse thing where the first half of the movie we painted as this witch is trying to capture this girl to get her into the cave for eternal youth, but really the witch just like owns an independent bookstore in town, and her father has cancer, and she's like, if I can get in the cave with my dad, I can save him. And so we get to play with like, what is good, what is evil. Get me in that cave. Okay.
And it could even be, we're not making a lot of declarations
we're
here,
not.
but
We
it
never
could
do.
even be that the family is evil. And then eventually
Sure.
the bookstore girl gets let into the cave and the family just absorbs her. And that's how they stay young forever.
Wow. As long as we get one every 100 years, that's all the cave needs. Right. Time stops in the cave, or it has some kind of magical healing abilities. Wow. All right. I thought it was going to be just, we're in the cave and a monster eats your foot, but we got way more out of cave than I thought we would. We got witches and bookstore owners and girls that say young forever. This
Anytime
cave
we
has
can
it
put a
all.
witch in a movie, I know it's going to survive the cut in the end.
Got something about witches, folks. I don't know. It's a big Hocus Pocus fan. And Sarah Michelle Gellar, no, not her. Sarah, what's the other one? Jessica Parker did a number on me from Hocus Pocus.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar did a number on me from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where she was, I guess, basically a witch, and I fell in love with her too.
That's right. All those 3 named Sarahs.
Yeah, seriously, there's more of them. Man. Who was the other one from Party of Five? She wasn't named Sarah, but
Damn it.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
There we go.
Yeah, girls with 3 names.
Woo! The great at being assassins of the president or heartthrobs in the 90s. Okay. Anyway, that's what all right, that's good enough for the cave as a Fast 5, I think. If you like it, vote for it. What happens in this cave? Well, who's the witch? Good, bad? Are we living forever? We'll figure it out if you vote for
Yeah,
Cave.
if you want to hear more. Otherwise, we got another beer coming up.
A single sip can spark a whole story. Let's see where this one takes us.
Beer number 2 is Locked and Loaded, checked in by Jono, which is my name with an O at the end of it.
Jono!
This one's made by Great Notion Brewery, and it's called Super Ripe.
Super ripe.
Super ripe. I want an orange right now,
Me too.
not a banana.
Ripe. I knew you were gonna. I was gonna say banana, but I don't. I don't want a banana.
Honestly, recently I've started to like my bananas closer to green.
Yeah,
Is that what happens when you get old?
that's right. You gotta get things as you get closer to death. You want things that have a little more life in them, John.
I like a little crunch of my banana.
I keep the peels on. Really give myself a thrill.
Super.
Just try to eat in 2 bites.
I don't have much for this. Like my first thought was like a global fruit company that's doing something bad, or
Okay.
a bad smell.
Oh, that'd be fun. It'd be gross, but fun.
Yeah.
Funny.
Super ripe. She's hot, but she's super ripe.
Right. That's right. Most beautiful woman in the world, but she smells like hot garbage.
Oh,
That would be just the worst. She's probably out there somewhere.
yeah.
Oh, well. Okay. So as fun as those would be, I had a slightly different idea, and maybe it's too on the nose. Maybe it's not. We'll do what we do with it. So I'm imagining, oh boy, here we go. A guy, I'm not going to say he's down on his luck because I don't need to. You're probably assuming he is because
Yep.
you've watched this show a bunch. But some dude, he's hiking in the woods, sees a tree that's glittery and kind of highlighted by some magical light from some mysterious place. And it's got kind of some, peach looking fruit on it. Huge. It's calling to him. Goes up, grabs it, take a bite. And his whole life changes. And this fruit has the ability, John, to basically give you superpowers. Kind of like that sequence jumpsuit from a couple weeks ago, but different.
Not Pursuit.
Not Pursuit.
Totally different. This is a fruit.
This is super ripe. It's a fruit. Yes, it rhymes with Pursuit, but quiet. But here's the kicker. So he eats it. Everything's great for that whole day. He's running fast, jumping high. He can drink 20 beers. He can eat 50 tacos and not break a sweat. He feels like he's 16 again and invincible. And all of a sudden, his life is entirely in front of him. And it gets to the end of the night, and he's getting ready to go to bed. And he's looking at his face in the mirror, and it's smoother and younger than ever before. And then all of a sudden, like a switch flips, as soon as it hits midnight, his gray hairs fly back, his bones start aching, his back seizes up, the 20 pounds returns to around his stomach, and he starts kind of convulsing and freaking out. And the magic from this super ripe fruit has worn off. So, of course, the next day, he takes a fistful of Advil, heads back into the woods to find this fruit again. And it's a story of following this guy hunting for this magical fruit that gives you basically like Cinderella the rest of the day to feel amazing. But he convinces himself or learns from a local professor at a college that maybe there's a way to prolong this effect. And so, like anyone,
called Viagra.
Right. The Viagra for everything is what he's hoping this fruit will be. But yeah, now he's sent on basically the mission for the Holy Grail, which never ends well for the people seeking it. But is this guy the exception to the rule? Or is he just another sucker who's going to end up as fertilizer at the bottom of this tree to help grow the next super ripe fruit for some goofball to take?
There's not much to add. Of course, we didn't wrap it up because it's not a feature film yet. A couple ideas.
Yep.
Does he find the tree again, or does he die trying to find it?
I think he finds it. He's finding it. In my mind, he's finding it again.
Does he take a cutting from the tree and go home and try and grow his own and kind of grant himself eternal life until an accident happens and he dies and then the kid finds the tree and can he reproduce the tree? Does he even care? Who knows? I don't know where the movie goes, but there's a couple ways you could see it spinning, or working with a professor. Like maybe the more he goes to the tree, the more the tree recognizes him, and it kind of like it grows thorns, or like it gets more difficult. He has to start sacrificing more to use the tree.
Okay, there you go. I like that. Or maybe it's not even a tree that makes you super strong. It's kind of a tree that grants the wish you want right then, and no one's realized that yet until he stumbles on it. Something like that, because he was tired in the woods the first time he saw it.
He brings the college professor and he's like, I don't feel any younger, but my dick is touching my ankle.
That's right. If I peed right now, my socks would be wet. That's good, I guess. Right. So
that's how it just grants wishes.
I understand.
Oh, man. Okay.
That's right. So, which of course could drive anyone mad, but maybe, again, we could play with that. That's a story a lot of people obviously tackle with genies and lamps and things of that nature. What do you do? Do you try to Uno reverse it and free the tree if it's cursed to grant wishes, hoping it'll give you something in return, or you just try to squeeze out every last drop of that super ripe fruit for yourself?
Oh yeah, he's hiking back with a juice machine.
That's right.
Next day.
Right.
If one fruit did this, what happens if I eat 20?
Eat a ton of them, and I'll see you guys never explode.
Also, fair question. What happens if you eat 20? Do you turn into a wish tree?
I was going to say, I think there probably is a wrong way to do it that seals your fate as the next super ripe wish tree.
You eat the fruit and then you realize your leg is rooted into the ground.
You eat the nut, the seed inside, and a tree blows out of your head. Yeah, all questions we would maybe answer if this became a feature. But that's what I have for super ripe, John.
At least one question. That sounds like a fun movie. I would be interested to watch that.
And a terrifying experience that I would absolutely say now I wouldn't fall for it, but if it was me, I'd be like, "Fine, this fucking give me that fruit."
If you told me about that,
if I rub it on my balls,
get up
what
and
happens?
leave right now. Yeah.
If I put it in my anus, what happens? Why
I guess we're only doing 2 beers. See you later, Harry. Bye.
gotta put this thing inside my anus. Let's see what happens. It feels great. Well, of course, it has a piece of fruit.
2 down, 3 to go.
Let's crack open another beer and another story. Next up.
Beer number 3 comes from Joe, and it's made by Firestone Walker. Pretty famous brewery, and it's called Double Jack.
Double Jack.
If you're moving
Jack
both of
and
your
Coke.
hands up and down right now, then that's
Hopefully
what
you're
I
not
thought
driving
of
a
too.
car.
Yeah. Double Jack.
Double Jack and Coke.
I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to remake Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme. This seems like a good one for it. Where it's well, I don't. What happened at Double Impact? Was it 2 Jean-Claude
John,
Van Dammes that
believe
knew
so.
about each other and did good, or was one a good Jean-Claude Van Damme and one was an evil
I
one?
don't remember.
Neither do I.
That's a long ago. It's probably been 30
They didn't need
years.
a plot. They just had 2 Jean-Claude Van Dammes.
We're going to double. He makes us a lot of money. Let's put 2 of them in a movie and we'll double the money. Perfect.
That
You're
was the
greenlit.
pitch. That was 100%.
Here's
the
$80
pitch.
million.
Go get him. Do the split in between 2 chairs.
That's
though.
right. They
Make
both
sure you do the big
Kick
split.
each other's in the head.
I'd like to try and go a route that we did so long ago with Banana Whale, where Double Jack is like a colloquialism.
Okay.
And it's like when something happens when you're dating, or it's told from the perspective of a female, and you meet the perfect imperfect guy, and he's a double jack. And I don't know. I don't know if you have anything there, Harrison. My other idea was that it's a robbery movie, and you're not just going for a robbery, but you rob the robbers. So they do all the hard work, and you double jack them.
You double jack them. That's amazing.
Okay, good.
I like the other one is fun too, because I don't know if it's the same thing, but in some card games, the jacks with the 2 eyes, the double, I think you can call them double jacks, are like wild cards. So I think it makes sense in the Banana Whale world too, where a double jack is like a wild card guy, like a great guy, but he's a little Rain Man-y. There's a little bit too much. He's counting his
Always putting his fingers in my mouth.
counting his chicken nuggets before he eats them. He's doing weird stuff. I don't know if that's a movie. I think I love robbing the robbers, and that's a double jack. And this is like a mid-90s Robert De Niro car chase movie.
Great.
I mean, this is like a hoot. Yes, the double jack. Yeah, it's a double jack. It's instead of a double cross, because that's when you know the team. This is, you don't know the robbers, you just know the robbery is happening, and you're double jacking them. Then we can do a heist movie, which we've talked about so many times, and have yet to do, I think. It's a double jack. Or is it a triple jack? You'll have to vote for it to find out.
That's just when you show up and there's 3 guys in their underwear.
That's right. Oh my gosh, this shower's crowded.
Welcome to the triple jack.
Who's the third guy? Oh, it's me. It's me. I'm the third guy. I don't know if I have more to add to the story, because obviously a heist movie could be, I mean, that's the whole Fast Five, building the team and finding the mark, and then the other mark that they're stealing from, and yada yada. But I think this is fun. We could even weave it into that movie about gravity disappearing, where they're double jacking the jewel thieves that are trying to steal the crown jewels in the middle of gravity disappearing from Earth.
Gravity plan.
Yeah, gravity plan. Yeah, it could be a very specific, and should be a very specific double jack worthy of a movie. But I think we can safely say, if you want an action movie, a Velociraptor hood ornament type time, but robbing from the robbers, is a double jack? Let me ask you this, John. Does it have to be a Robin Hood type situation where you're kind of robbing from a bad guy and giving it back to the good guys? Or when you're double jacking, you're just letting someone else do all the work and swooping in for all the glory?
Yeah, if it were a Hollywood movie, you would rob from the robbers and then you would drop it off at the food bank. But because it's a Beer Me That movie, I think you're double evil. Like the robbers are robbing from, let's say, a bank, and then you're just robbing from them.
Well, how about this? I've got kind of a movie in this. So Double Jack is the name that this one guy who's been double jacking every crew in the city has earned for himself. He's the Double Jack. And for the past 6 months, he's every
you don't even
bank
have to
robbery.
Watch for the cops. You're gonna get double jacked.
Right, you're gonna get double jacked. But every robbery, every jewel heist, every art heist that's happened, this one guy has double jacked them. And so the movie is of the young startup rookie cop who's hot on the trail, who's point breaking the double jack, or at least thinks he is, trying to point break them, trying to break into the double jack gang and shut them all down before he can to steal the biggest robbery thing of the whatever. But that's what it is. It's the culmination of months of double jacking. If you catch him, you catch them all. We've got them all in the RICO case. If you can catch the one double jack, they
Turns
all
out it's
go
just
down.
a chief of police.
Right, police, or they're just horrible robbers that keep losing the jewels. There is
I got
no
a call
double
about a
jack.
robbery. I'll go. You guys stay here.
Right, I'll take care of it. No, they got double jacked again. Is that a new car, boss?
Nah, I got this from my cousin. He died.
He died, sadly. Ooh, yeah, I like this. Okay, so there's now, all right, cool. We've got more to double jack than we did a minute ago. I like this. I want to make a heist movie.
I know you do.
Before this adventure ends, so this double jack idea has got me excited. And if it's exciting to you too, vote for this bad boy, because we are going to record whatever you vote for tomorrow. So please vote.
Can you believe these are the same two guys that gave us Banana Whale?
Our fourth beer is checked in by Chris R., made by Third Moon Brewing Company, which is and Jupiter.
Jupiter the world? Jupiter the planet?
Jupiter the world. How many moons? We don't have 3.
We don't.
Jupiter's
has a
probably got like
ton.
30.
Yeah, I don't know who has 3. Third Moon. I don't know.
Anyways, somewhere out there in the universe is probably one planet with 3 moons, and that's where these guys are. And they brewed a beer called Wizardry.
As they would. Wizardry.
Wizardry.
This sounds fun.
My first thought was like, could you make a Temu Harry Potter movie?
Sure, and call it Wizardry. Yep.
Which you would probably do well on Netflix with a cool thumbnail.
Absolutely.
Just have your protagonist wear nerdy glasses.
Just say right.
This time the Horus Cruxes fight back.
And Harry likes it. Larry likes it. Larry Squatter.
Larry Squatter. Honestly, though, that's kind of where I'm thinking of going with this movie.
Okay.
I don't know. It begins kind of like with a reluctant magic student who gets pulled into a dungeoning adventure. And like if you're in magic school, like any school, you want to kind of get to the top of your class. You can study a little bit, but learning is doing.
Sure.
So the cool kids are like, hey, we're going to this this higher level dungeon outside of town, and we want you to come with us because you're one of the best studiers of healing magic.
Okay.
So they bring him in there, and then it goes sideways. But
of course,
I don't know. Do they kill him and he gets rejuvenated by a goblin priestess? Does he end up living down there forever? Do they sacrifice him? Like somehow I feel like he finds his path in this dungeon and becomes like the wizard in the dungeon.
Yes.
For going there.
I see.
And I want him to get double crossed by the
double
kids.
jacked.
Yeah, he's going to get double
He's
jacked.
got to get double jacked.
But he's also going to slowly learn to be a real wizard by training in the dungeon, not in the school.
I got it. I like this. I have some ideas for Wizardry. And I thought you were going this way. You went a different way. But what about this, John? Try this idea out. So same beginning. But let's have it take place now, present day.
Okay.
Some kid is doing after school magic class, getting made fun of, unfortunately.
Is this your card?
But unsurprisingly, right. And maybe he shows some natural talent, but like it's flustered when the bullies come around to try to, give him a wedgie and a swirly and all that shit. And the magic teacher, a wise kind of wizard of man himself, takes pity on him and says, hey, before you go today, take my bag, my magic tricks, work on them tonight, and let me know how you do in the morning. But be careful, there's some pretty advanced stuff in there. And of course, what this kid has now is not card tricks and Svengali decks and rabbits hiding in sleeves, but an actual magical bag full of all kinds of real magic, and is pulled into some kind of adventure that takes him to the place you were talking about, where he becomes... It ends with him actually becoming a wizard, a magician, a whatever, and we can go as wild as we want with it. This is our show. As this happens, does a rift in time and space open up, and a separate world full of dragons and monsters and stuff pull this kid in, and now he's kind of a kid in King Arthur's court type situation, but he doesn't know magic, but has all the power to do magic in his bag, but doesn't know what to do with it.
Does he not go anywhere and do exactly what a young John would do, given a bag of magic power?
Oh, God.
And show up at school the next day and be like, hey, Jenny, is this your card? Do you want to teach me what a blowjob is?
Is it hidden inside?
He uses it now to manipulate people. He becomes a powerful wizard in the real modern day.
He can become an evil wizard, you're right. What does he do with this magic? And the old magician's like, well, I read that situation completely wrong. It was a young Darth Vader. I made a mistake. How do I disappear myself
The
now?
two boys that bullied him are hanging skinless from the field goal post the next day.
Oh, goodness. What have I done?
I have to transfer schools.
That's right. Good thing I'm also the part-time athletic director. That's something where I can put on my resume and get the hell out of this town. Oh, God. Okay, so this could be a dark comedy. It could be a Dungeons and Dragons adventure. It could be a Page Master type coming-of-age tale. I don't know, but I like where we went. I like that at the end there's some wizard. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he all in his mind? Well, that's something we have to figure out in the feature, but...
Don't pick on magic people.
Don't do that.
That's I already given you the life
like the
lesson
Predator.
Yeah. All I need is one dumb teacher to give him a book of real magic, and your life's over.
You did what, Jerry? You gave him what? Real magic? Have you read his report? He's in the principal's office every week, flushing that mateys down the toilet. Of
Look
course,
at the drawings he's made. Your wife's in danger now.
You keep having to throw his desk away. He's scratching him in with a knife. It's his endless boobs.
Wizardry, as if Harry Potter was a real kid with childhood trauma in today's school system.
That would be a scary movie indeed.
Well, in this case, his name will be Chris. Thanks, Chris. We got one more to throw at the wall coming up next.
Another beer steps up to the plate. Will it be a home run or a total strikeout?
Last beer of the night, number 5, comes from Sarah and Todd.
Yes, who followed us for a long time.
That is the legal name of their Untappd account, so this would have to be a movie about 2 people.
That's right.
It's made by Underground Beer Lab.
Sick.
Which is on Untappd, so Underground is like a suggestion, I guess, but... anyways, it's called Searching for the Stone.
Searching for the Stone.
And I'll tell you the first thing that comes to my head.
Yeah.
Is like...
Picking up rocks at the beach.
Shells?
Kidney stone, and you peed it out into a bush. Now you gotta find it to prove that you weren't just complaining about nothing to your wife. It actually fucking hurt. Look at this rock.
It came out in the bush last night.
My urethra. Tiny. I have a tiny male urethra.
There's blood all over my underwear. What do you think that's from?
Right. My butt? It's a different problem.
So many places you could go.
I guess so.
I feel pretty lame. I'll tell you what I was thinking.
Let's do it. Let's go.
this has happened, I think, to everyone, to me a few times, right? You're walking around, you got something to do, and then there's like a stone in your shoe.
Oh, sure.
And you feel it and you're like, son of a bitch. All right, next time I'm going to pick my shoe up, I'm going to reach down there, I'm going to hook it out with my finger, and I'm going to get it, and you miss it. Yep. And then finally you're like so pissed off, you're like, fine, I'm going to be late, and you take your shoe off and you can't find it, and you're like, okay, it's definitely clean. And then you put your hand all the way in your warm shoe, and then you take it out, you put your shoe back on, fucking there it is again. So it's a movie kind of about like this man that's been searching for this stone, and the stone ends up being Sarah, and the man ends up being Todd, the two named account on. So like it kind of turns into a rom-com, but it's about a man that's like always just so close to getting what he's looking for, and even if it's right there in his shoe, like he can't find it. So it's
like a metaphor, the shoe and the stone.
Maybe like, not like, yeah, like instead of just trying to grab it with your finger mid-walk because you're worried you're going to be late for your interview at Subway, like take your time and like try and get what you're looking for. And I don't know if this analogy pivots to a rom-com, but it's like Todd is always just a ghost breath away from like getting what he really wants, and he always just comes up short. He's searching for the stone. He wants to work at Quiznos, not Subway, but he settled on Subway. He settled on the Ford Coupe de Cadillac instead of going for the nicer car. Like, and it's starting to really grind on him here in his midlife. And one day he meets Sarah.
Yes.
And the movie is kind of about him having to reach a little bit harder to get what he really wants, because it is Sarah.
This is good. And how about this? We can go a different way, but I love that. And maybe he meets Sarah. Sarah's friendly to Todd, but Sarah's involved with somebody else. And I want Todd to have a chronic, basically ghost stone in his shoe, literally, that he's trying to get out like every day on the way to work. Takes his shoe off, stops at the bench near the river every day because it's getting unbearable, shakes his shoe, nothing comes out. Whatever, let's put it on, deal with it. The pain kind of goes away at work, but something's going on. And so one day he's approaching the bench, waiting for the stone in his shoe to start tickling and bothering him again. And Sarah's sitting there having kind of a fight with this guy she's dating with, and he tries to ignore him, but he's got to try to get this friggin' shoe, the rock out of his shoe again. And oh my God, it's so friggin' annoying.
I got real problems.
That's right. So he's got to stop, and he bends down on one knee to take his shoe off, and Sarah and the guy kind of see him, and this time he shakes his shoe, and an engagement ring falls out, John.
Ooh.
And now he's on one knee in front of Sarah with an engagement ring in his hand, and her huffing and puffing boyfriend behind him. And now he's in the pickle of all pickles. He's got someone's ring in his shoe and now in his hand, but also is kind of proposing to this girl he's had a thing for at the Subway for a long time. And I don't know what happens next. In the real world,
this. Did she say, like, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm going to marry this guy.
Right. Well, certainly it's the boyfriend would probably try to punch him in the face. Maybe he ends up running away. Maybe he grabs Sarah and they run together. And then it can be that rom-com of like, I don't really know you, but I don't want to go back to Jimmy because he's the worst. And maybe we can start out slow. And then it's a rom-com of whatever, this crazy mystical rock that was bothering Todd forever maybe finally shows up when he needs it. And it wasn't such a pain in the foot. It was a pain in the heart. Then we can be with that movie, and they can try to fall in and out of love now that they know, or maybe have committed. I think Sarah does say, yes, I'll marry you, and shocks the guy to send him off his way. But now it's public. They're going to get married, but they barely know each other. That would make it have to be like, well, we got to become fast friends. And does it work? Does it not? Does Sarah help?
Hopefully, like putting your fingers in my mouth.
I love sucking toes and hands. Love the smell of Subway meats on someone's hands in my mouth.
Finally, a man that can make real bread.
That's right. Jimmy just dumps it into the bag and microwaves it. You look like you know your way around a loaf.
I like the idea that the stone becoming an engagement ring is like a perfect shtick for a rom-com that is not rom-comtion yet. But
not yet. Maybe it becomes one, or maybe it's just a nice joint resolution.
I agree, though. I think the movie is kind of them determining, like, how does this work? Maybe it's really rough, but
could be.
Why did the universe finally give Todd his stone?
Yeah.
At that moment.
Exactly.
And is there more magic in this movie? So many questions that I don't have to answer unless you vote for this one.
That's right. Not at all. All right. So that is beer number 5.
And that's it. Stop scrolling. Please stop thinking about your fridge and listen up. The judging period is about to begin. We have 5 distinct, beautifully engineered narratives in the pit, but the universe, or perhaps our marketing department, is going to demand a sacrifice.
That's right. Elimination is imminent. Only 4 brews are permitted to continue their epic journey. One and only one is going to face the glorious, humbling, tearaway pants of an idea that will be our next feature film. Which one is up to you? As you guys vote for it as soon as possible, like right now, because we're recording this thing tomorrow. So let's run through a recap, John, of all the beers, because we got to knock one of these guys off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you got Cave, the Eternal Life Cave.
Yes.
You've got Super Ripe, the boner fruit.
Sold.
We had Double Jack, the robber who robs robbers.
Yes.
Wizardry, Harry Potter Temu version. That one's fun. And then the one we just did, which was Searching for the Stone. Spontaneous engagement.
Yes, spontaneous engagement. That's good. Spontaneous combustion? No, spontaneous engagement. All right, well, shoot. Okay, so we need Double Jack in. I need a shot at our heist movie, so that needs to stay.
I'm going to keep Wizardry in.
Great. And then I think, Super Ripe could turn into a Beer Me That movie. We can't make it Banana Hammock, though. I'm realizing that he had a wishing ability as well with the Banana Hammock that shrunk his banana. So we got to be careful with Super Ripe that we don't have a banana shrink as a cost of gaining whatever wish you have. But that's okay. We can dodge that banana. So we can keep Super Ripe. So it's between Cave and Searching for the Stone.
Well, Cave had a witch in it.
It did. This could be played by either Megan Fox or Marissa Tomei.
Oh, shit. Okay, so Searching for the Stone is out. It could be played by both of them.
It could be played by both of them. It could be 2 witches.
Why not?
Why not? It's our show.
Yeah, more is always better.
Okay, all right. So we're keeping Cave, Super Ripe, Double Jack, and Wizardry for you guys to vote on.
And now, go cast your vote. Literally, you're probably already hearing this too late, but if it's still Wednesday or Thursday morning, go cast your vote now. We're producing the next feature film tomorrow. We're locking the schedule. There is 0 grace period.
That's right. Go vote. And until then, peace.
Punch.
And give me your witch.
Witch. Give me your witch. That's what we say. Give me your witch.
Give me your witch. Give me your witch. Get her out. Does she float? She's a witch.
If she sinks, damn.
Well, wasn't a witch. But also not a problem anymore.